Hi there, it's Bob St-Jacques again, and time for some more questions. So the first question today is, we have to cut costs, but I don't want to lose 7Geese and all the work we have done. How can I show the company the value in the tool? That's a great question, and I'm going to generalize a little bit more and go a bit beyond just 7Geese, but HR tech in general. So the first thing you need to look at is you need to look at the reasons why you chose that HR tech or 7Geese in the first place, right? So speaking specifically about performance management software, was it alignment? Was it retention? Was it strategy execution? Was it related to your product roadmaps like many people? What were the original reasons for you to go in and purchase, HR tech or 7Geese? The second piece that you need to look at is, okay, what steps have been made towards achieving those objectives? Is there any kind of follow-up that was done, any kind of surveys? One of your areas may have been around alignment. And then if you're asking, folks, hey, do you feel like you're better aligned these days? Look at some of your employee surveys. If it relates to strategy execution, you could say, okay, we, on average completed half of our projects before bringing, OKRs and 7Geese in. Now we're completing 65, 70, 80%. Whatever, the reason one was, you need to look at, what was done, how you have progressed towards those objectives. Then you need to quantify the success in those areas, right? So say, okay, what we wanted to do, one thing we wanted to do was improve our product roadmap adherence, right? So when we made these promises at the beginning of the year, over the next 4 quarters, we will deliver the following functionality each quarter, right? So how many times, before, you only 1 out of 4 quarters, you were able to meet all your objectives. But then afterwards, you were, after you implemented 7Geese and OKRs, you then hit 4 out of 4, right? So then you need to go to the fourth piece, which is calculating the ROI. If you found, for example, that keeping up with your promised roadmap lowers customer churn, if you're a SaaS company, then you could start looking at the numbers, right? So say the previous year you had 4 million in sales and your churn was 25%. So the following year you would expect, to lose about 1 million in business. Well, what if you increased your product roadmap adherence, lowered churn to, half of the amount, 12.5% instead of 25%? Then what you've just done there is saved $500,000. Then you look at, the amount that you spent in terms of 7Geese, and it's just not the software, right? Think about the manager's time, the training time, and the effort that went into it. So it's a little bit of the cost of software plus. But then, you're looking at, the $500,000 in benefits, right? Used from our previous examples. And what's the difference, right? So let's just say you spent, $50,000 all in on, 7Geese plus all the training and management time versus $500,000 in revenue that you acquired. Well, then it was a 10-to-1 ROI. So again, just to reiterate, what you're looking at is first 4 things, right? First one, look at the reasons why you did it. The second one is look at the progress you made towards it. Quantify the successes as the third step. And then the final step, calculate your ROI. Thank you.